Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. George Formby.
Well, thank you very much. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and it's turned out nice again, hasn't it? Well, it may have done for me, but I don't know about you, because you've got to stick me for the next 35 minutes or more. My first song is all about a very famous piece of locally grown confectionery known as rock, and it goes just like this. Thank you, Harry. Now every year when the summer comes round, off to the sea I go. Now I don't care if I do spend a pound, I'm rather rash, I know. Now see me dressed like all the sports, in my blazer and a pair of shorts, with my little stick of Blackpool rock. Along the promenade I stroll. It may be sticky, but I'll never complain. It's nice to have a nibble at it now and again. Every day, wherever I stray, the kids all round me flock. A girl while bathing clung to me, I shouted out, oh! She said, I think I'm drowning and you'll save me, I know. I said, well, if you're drowning, do you mind letting go of me little stick of Blackpool rock? With me little stick of Blackpool rock. Along the promenade I stroll. Now in the ballroom I went dancing each night. No wonder every girl I danced with stuck to me tight. Now every day, wherever I stray, the kids all round me flock. A fella took me photograph, it cost 1 and 3. I said when it was done, is that supposed to be me? You probably mucked it up, the only thing I can see is me little stick of Blackpool rock. With me little stick of Blackpool rock. Along the promenade I stroll. Now in my pocket it got stuck, I could tell, 'cause when I pulled it out, I pulled my shirt out as well. Now every day, wherever I stray, the kids all round me flock. A fella took me photograph, it cost 1 and 3. I said when it was done, is that supposed to be me? You probably mucked it up, the only thing I can see is me little stick of Blackpool rock. It's me little stick of Blackpool rock. Oh! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, as you may or you may not know, this all started with my father, the great George Formby Sr., as he shall be known from now on. And when I first began in show business, back in the 20s, I began doing my father's act. And this is one of the songs I recorded back in the early 20s that my old dad used to do. It goes just like this. Thank you. To cast your minds back now to about, well, when my dad did it about 1916. So a year or 3 ago, but some of you out there might remember. Some of you might not, of course. Aye. And of course his stage name was John Willy. And it goes just like this. I'm a man that's fond of seeing life, and my wife, by the way, she said to me, John Willy, you shall have a holiday. She took me up to London, the sights to let me see. And when we arrived at 10 Pancake, the wife, she said to me, John Willy, come on, mind you don't get run over. A lady came to me and said, "Have we not met before?" My wife said, "Miss, how dare you? That's me husband, so be gone." I know he's mine, I found him first, John Willy. Come on. My, it's a good job the wife had been there, or else I'd have got lost. Second note now, lads. She took me by the hand into a picture gallery. I saw some champion pictures there, one fairly tickled me. It was a woman in the sea with long hair on her head. I was getting interested when the wife turned round and said, "John Willy, come on, that picture makes you stare. It's only Venus rising from the sea, so don't stand there." I couldn't take my eyes off it when the wife, she shouted, "John, the tide's coming in, it's not going out. John Willy, come on." I went back the next day to find the tide had got out with his clothes. Last note now, lads. We went to Madame Tussauds waxwork show and it was grand. And there he saw all waxwork kings and queens all holding hands. There was Mary, Queen of Scots, and Queen Elizabeth, you see. I was getting interested when the wife, she said to me, "John Willy, come on, it's closing time, you see." The lights went out and all was dark and quiet as can be. On turning round to my surprise, I found my wife had gone. But I'm sure I heard Queen Elizabeth say, "John Willy, come on." And I did. And that was me dad. Oof. And he's been gone a while now, but never forgotten. Now, of course, my career started doing my dad's act, but then things really changed when I met a young woman called Beryl, and she started to look after me, you see. She smartened me up. But the next really big thing happened was when I first got hold of one of these, a ukulele. And this next song is all about my little ukulele, and it goes just like this. Thanks, Harry. Now everybody's got a crazy notion of their own. Some like to mix up with the crowd, some like to be alone. It's no one else's business as far as I can see. But every time that I go out, the people stare at me with my little ukulele in my hand. I'm sure the people do not understand. Some say, "Why don't you be a scout? Why don't you read a book?" But I get much more pleasure when I'm playing with me uke. Of course I take no notice, you can tell. For me mother sound advice will always stand. She said, "My boy, do what I say, and you'll never go astray if you keep your ukulele in your hand." Yes, son, keep your ukulele in your hand. While walking down the prom last night as peaceful as could be, when some young girl said, "How about a stroll down by the sea?" She said her name was Jane and that she'd just come for the day. She looked so young and harmless that I couldn't turn away, and with my little ukulele in my hand, I took a stroll with Jane along the sand. We walked along for miles without a single care or frown. But when we reached the sand hill, she said, "Come on, let's sit down." I felt so shy and bashful sitting there. For the things she said I didn't understand. She said, "Your love just turns me dizzy. Come along, big boy, get busy." But I kept the ukulele in my hand. Yes, sir, I kept the ukulele in my hand. Made up my mind that I'd get wed some 18 months ago. I also bought a book about the things you ought to know. But just about a week ago I got an awful fright. I had to get dressed quickly in the middle of the night, and with me little ukulele in my hand, I ran along the road for Dr. Brand. It didn't take him long to get his little bag of tools. I held his hat and coat and let him have me book of rules. Out of the bedroom door he looked and smiled. He said, come inside and see your wife and child. Oh, my heart it jumped with joy. I could see it was a boy, for he had the ukulele in his hand. Oh baby, he had the ukulele in his hand. He had a ukulele in his hand. Oh baby, he had the ukulele in his hand. Oh, thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Well, when I began, I toured all the provinces up and down around the country. And I was doing quite well, really, until I came across a man called Johnny Blakely of Mancunian Films. And he said to me, I'd like to make pictures with you. And so our first film was called Boots, Boots. And out of my first song, we got our very first big hit, all about a very famous Chinese man from Wigan who opened up a laundrette. Can you guess who it is? That's right, Mr. Wu. Thank you very much. Hey. Now Mr. Wu was a laundryman in a shop with an old green door. He lying all day and linen away, he really makes me sore. He's lost his heart to a Chinese girl, his laundry's all gone wrong. All day he'll flirt, scorch your shirt, that's why I'm singing this song. Oh Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of like my Chinese laundry blues. This funny feeling keeps round me stealing. Oh, won't you throw your sweetheart overdo? My vest so short that it won't fit my little brother, and my new Sunday shirt has got a perforated rudder. Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of like my Chinese laundry blues. Now Mr. Wu, he's got a naughty eye that flickers. You ought to see it wobble when he's ironing ladies' blouses. Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of like my Chinese laundry blues. Now Mr. Wu, he's got a laundry kind of tricky. He starched me shirts and collars, but he never touched me waistcoat. Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of like my Chinese laundry blues. Oh, Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of like my Chinese laundry blues. Oh, thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as a lot of you do know, I am sometimes thought of as being a bit risque, a little bit cheeky. I have been known occasionally to get in trouble with the censors, and a lot of my songs, as you know, have been banned for being a bit too blue. This next song really does show that I do not mind what intimate garments I do venture into, invited or otherwise. This next song is called Me Granddads Flannelette Nightshirt. Thank you very much, Harry. Now in our family we've got an heirloom. They handed it to me a year ago. It's been in our possession since Grandad was a lad. I'll tell you what it is and then you'll know. It's me Grandad's flannelette nightshirt. In it I was christened one day. Down at the church they were in a whirl. No one seemed to know if I were boy or girl. They'd had 1 or 2 and they were in a mess. But it's alright, said the preacher rather curt. I've been and had a quiz, and I found out what it is by his granddad's flannelette shirt. Lordy, lordy, granddad's flannelette shirt. Now in me granddad's flannelette night shirt, I got married one day. In the train, my bride gave a shout. Hey, what is that you are pulling out? Well, I said it's old-fashioned, it's tattered and torn, but I brought it honeymooning with me Gert. When she said, what is it, dear? I whispered in her ear, it's me granddad's flannelette shirt. Lordy, lordy, granddad's flannelette shirt. The other day I got an invitation to go and join a nudist colony. And as the life is healthy and in the open air, I trotted off as happy as can be in me granddad's flannelette night shirt. I walked up to the door. Someone said, now don't make a fuss, just take off your clothes and you'll be like us. Well, I was bashful, so I stayed with myself, or with the girls I didn't want to flirt. But when I was asleep, they all came and had a peep at me granddad's flannelette shirt. Lordy, lordy, granddad's flannelette shirt. Lordy, lordy, granddad's flannelette shirt. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're going to go into, the Underworld. That's right, I did say the Underworld. Into the dark and sleazy, smoky clubs of the West End, and the very famous lady who occupies those. Of course, I'm talking about Fanlight Fanny. Thank you. Up the West End, that's the best end, where the nightclubs thrive. Down into a dive you go. There's a jazz queen, she's a has-been, Lord knows what. Every night she's there on show. She dances underneath a magic spell. She's full of charm and beer and stout as well. She's 66, but she looks 16. Her friends don't know when our face is clean. Fanlight Fanny, the frowsy nightclub queen. See her glide around the floor, then glide around to the pub next door. Fanlight Fanny, the frowsy nightclub queen. She looks well in the lime, a queen all the time. You get your money's worth. By day, you'd say it's your second time on earth. She waltzes in the West End shops and waltzes out in between two cops. Fanlight Fanny, the frowsy nightclub queen. She's a peach, but understand she's called a peach 'cause she's always canned. Fanlight Fanny, the frowsy nightclub queen. When she's dressed, she's like Mae West. She wears 2 saucepan lids upon her chest. Fanlight Fanny, the frowsy nightclub queen. She looks well in the lime, a queen all the time. You get your money's worth. By day, you'd say it's your second time on earth. Now every morning at the break of day, they call for the empties and they cart away. Fanlight Fanny, the frowsy nightclub queen. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, now all those out there who know me do know that I have a tremendous passion for motorcycles, and I do, as you know, have some wonderful motorcycles myself. And when I got the chance to make the film in the Isle of Man about the TT races, well, I leapt at the chance. And this song from the film was one of my greatest hits. Thank you very much indeed. Ah, yes, you can see me now, can't you? Going around the TT races on that motorbike. Hey! Now, if there's one thing that I like, it's riding around on a motorbike. I'm a speed king when I once begin. I once won first prize 2 and 6. I know all the dirt track dirty tricks. I'm a marvel when about to win. In a 50-mile race I am the best. I ride 5 miles and I skip the rest. So come along and see me riding in the TT races. Easier than hopscotch, beating all the top-notch aces. I've been riding all my life, I started quite small. I've ridden ferry cycles, iron scooters and all. Hear the people cheering when they see me steering backwards. And down the hill I go at breakneck speed. See me coming down the street with the winning post on me pillion seat. Come along and see me riding in the TT race. Come along and see me riding in the TT races. Easier than hopscotch, beating all the top-notch aces. Now once my bike was hard to ride, but I didn't mind until I found it a hitch to shadowbangs on behind. Everybody's scaring, I'm such a daring rider. My inside rattles when I go the pace. Now with me gears in reverse, the other way round I'll finish first. So come along and see me riding in the TT race. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And now, as I mentioned earlier on, our friend Mr. Wu, well, over the years, he's got into many, many adventures and a few scrapes. He was an air raid warden. He went to live in Lancashire. And at one point, he had the noble profession of a window cleaner. That's right, Mr. Wu is our window cleaner now. Thanks, Harry. Now Mr. Wu no longer has a laundry. He's sad to say the business was a flop. He shouted, what a hope, as he chewed a bar of soap and then put up the shutters of the shop. Said Mr. Wu, what shall I do? And Mr. Wu is a window cleaner now. The laundry, it didn't pay. And there's no clean collars down Limehouse Way. When he goes out working, interest he arouses, polishing the windows with worn-out ladies' blouses. He wears a pair of Cabernicks to save his Sunday trousers. And Mr. Wu's a window cleaner now. Now little Chinese wifey each day is getting madder, tearing her silk stockings, her husband makes her sadder. All day long he wants to keep on running up the ladder, 'cause Mr. Wu's a window cleaner now. A-ja-ja, a-ja-ja. with a hiney high and a one long two. He had his eyesight tested, a most important matter. Through a bathroom window, a lady he peeps at her. His eyesight's getting better, but his nose is getting flatter, 'cause Mr. Woo's a window cleaner now. Said Mr. Woo, what shall I do? And Mr. Woo's a window cleaner now. The laundry, it didn't pay, and there's no clean collars down Limehouse Way. Customers he's watched for now are in bad humours. They feel quite neglected, and I've heard the rumours. Lots of girls on winter nights go out without their garters. Mr. Woo's a window cleaner now. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And that song came from the film Let George Do It. And this next song is also from the same film. And it reminds us all that no matter how bad things might get, and sometimes they do, and lately, as we all know, there's always a reason to look on the downside. But it's much better to look on the upside and count your blessings and smile. Thank you very much. Though plans may often go wrong, let 'em hear your voice. You'll find that rhythm and song make the world rejoice. Make life go with a swing, laugh at trouble and sing. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Count your blessings and smile whilst you're playing your part. Keep a song in your heart. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Count your blessings and smile. Sing low, sing high. Isn't it grand to beat in the band? Who wants to die? Oh, what a happy land high. Show them what you can do. Make a hullabaloo. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Count your blessings and smile. You gotta get together, swing it around. Now get together, swing it around. Make life go with a swing and a smile. Laugh at trouble and sing all the while. Now count your blessings and smile whilst you're playing your own little part. You've got to keep a song in your heart. Black puddings and tribe and trotters. Count your blessings and smile. Sing low, sing high. Isn't it grand to beat in the band? Who wants to die? Oh, what a happy, happy land. Show them what you can do. Make a hullabaloo. Ho, 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 ha, 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 ha. Count your blessings, 1, 2, 3. Count your blessings, 4, 5, 6. Count your blessings and smile. Show them what you can do. Make a hullabaloo. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Count your blessings and smile. Thank you very much indeed. And we must all remember to try and do that. Count your blessings and smile. Now, getting up to about, the late 50s now, 1960, I did have one little go at the hit parade. I wasn't quite a Bobby Soxer, but nevertheless, I did have a go, and I did get into the top 40, which is quite an achievement, you might say, with a song called Happy Go Lucky Me. Thank you very much. I can laugh when things ain't funny. Ha ha ha, happy-go-lucky me. Yes, I can smile when I ain't got no money. Ha ha ha, happy-go-lucky me. It may sound silly, but I don't care. I've got the moonlight, I've got the sun, I've got the stars above. Me and my sweetie, well, we both share. So happy-go-lucky love. Well, life is sweet, yeah, sweet as honey. Happy-go-lucky me. Life is sweet, yeah, sweet as honey. Happy-go-lucky me. It may sound silly, but I don't care. I've got the moonlight, I've got the sun, I've got the stars above. Me and my sweetie, well, we both share. So happy-go-lucky love. Well, life is sweet, yeah, sweet as honey. Happy-go-lucky me. Happy-go-lucky me. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are drawing towards the end, and I've played all over the country, all over the world, and wherever I've played, wherever I've been, I've never been allowed to leave the stage with these last two songs. I'm not going to tell you what they are, because you probably know them better than me, but this first song is all about, well, here we go. Thank you. You'll know this one. And I must warn you, it was banned for being too rude, so brace yourselves. Now I go window cleaning to earn an honest bob. For a nosy barker, it's an interesting job. Now it's a job that just suits me. A window cleaner you would be if you can see what I can see when I'm cleaning windows. Honeymooning couples too, you should see them bill and coo. You'd be surprised at things they do when I'm cleaning windows. In my profession I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. The blushing bride, she looks divine. The bridegroom, he is doing fine. I'd rather have his job than mine. When I'm cleaning windows, the chambermaid, sweet names I call. It's a wonder I don't fall. Me mind's not on my work at all. When I'm cleaning windows, I know a fellow's such a swell. He has a thirst, it's plain to tell. I've seen him drink his bath as well. When I'm cleaning windows, in my profession I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. Pyjamas laid side by side, ladies' nighties I have spied. I've often seen what goes inside when I'm cleaning windows. Now there's a famous talkie queen. She looks a flapper on the screen. She's more like 18 than 18. when I'm cleaning windows. She pulls her hair all down behind and then pulls down her, never mind. And after that pulls down the blind. When I'm cleaning windows, in my profession I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. Now at 8 o'clock a girl she wakes, 8:05 a bath she takes, at 8:10 me ladder breaks when I'm cleaning the windows. Whoa! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now perhaps the most famous of the lot of them. Thank you very much. I'm leaning on a lamp. Maybe you think I look a tramp, or you may think I'm hanging round to steal a car. But no, I'm not a crook. And if you think that's what I look, I'll tell you why I'm here and what my motives are. I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Oh me, oh my, I hope a little lady comes by. I don't know if she'll get away, she doesn't always get away, but anyhow I know that she'll try. Oh me, oh my, oh I hope a little lady comes by. There's no other girl I would wait for, but this what I'll break any date for. And I won't have to ask what she's late for. She'd never leave me flat, she's not a girl like that. She's absolutely wonderful and marvelous and beautiful, and anyone can understand why. I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Oh me, oh my, I hope a little lady comes by. I don't know if she'll get away, she doesn't always get away. Anyhow, I know that she'll try. Oh me, oh my, I hope a little lady goes. But under the dandity bum bum, there's no other girl I can wait for. This one I'll break any date for. I won't have to ask what she's late for. She'd never leave me flat, she's not a girl like that. She's absolutely wonderful, marvelous and beautiful. Anyone could understand why. I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's turned out nice again, and do enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I'm just going to say 3 little things. Good night, good luck, and God bless. Thank you.
I just hear an alarm start ringing? Did I see sirens go flying past? Though I don't know what tomorrow's bringing, I got a singular impression things are moving too fast. I'm gliding smooth as a figure skater. I'm riding hot as a rocket's blast. I just expected it 10 years later. I got a singular impression things are moving too fast.
Jamie is over and Jamie is gone. Jamie decided it's time to move on. Jamie has new dreams he's building upon.